G20 presidency down to the grassroots level? How do people within our country understand what the G20 is all about? And in that context, we have through a process which is called Jan Bhagidari, which is really in the involvement of the people. We have popularized G20 right down to the lowest denominator. And how have we done this? We've involved universities, we've involved schools, we have the model UN, but we've had model G20. We've involved, we've included G20 in festivals like the Kite Festival in Gujarat, or the Shanghai Festival in Manipur, or the festivals that have taken place in different parts of our country. So that message also has been, I think, popularized through festivals, through quiz competitions, through different innovative methods. And today, I think the G20 and the logo, which is the logo and the theme of our presidency, is also a part of your forum's conference theme, is basically Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. I think has resonated across the board within the country. And so when we come to the G20, we are, as I said, looking towards an approach that is universal in nature. It's inclusive, and it ensures that it caters to the requirements of the most vulnerable. One of the examples I want to take is digital transformations. India has been at the cutting edge of digital transformation initiatives. At Bali, the Indonesian G20 summit in November last year, Prime Minister Modi said that 40% of digital transactions across the world were accounted for by the UPI. The UPI is a unified payment interface of India, which essentially provides for digital transactions, financial transactions in India. So the UPI itself accounts for 40% of global transactions, and India today is, in many senses, the leader in creating digital public infrastructure, utilized to serve the interests of the most vulnerable sections of our society. We have used this to reach out and make payments to those who are at the most, I would say, disadvantaged sections by creating bank accounts for those who are unbankable, by providing identity cards to a vast majority of the population that didn't have it, and by providing the cheapest internet access in the world. Now, when you look at the fact that we are reaching people and making payments in this manner, we do realize that still has some 4 billion people who don't have identity cards, 2 billion people in the world who don't have bank accounts. We can use our experience in digital public infrastructure through the G20, along with our G20 partners, to try and address those gaps and try and make sure that we empower, we provide the means to states to reach out to citizens and to empower its own citizens. And I think this is something that is in the course of discussions within the G20 members have been quite receptive to these ideas, and I think we're seeing a lot of traction for concepts like the lifestyle for environment, like digital transformations, like renewable energy and how we can use it best, responsible and sustainable tourism. All of these are concepts that are being brought about, and I think those that we like to work on until we reach the end of our presidency, which is the end of November this year. Of course, the summit will be on the 9th and 10th of September in Delhi. But as I said, most of the meetings that we're hosting will be outside of Delhi, and I think that itself has really brought in many parts of our country that had never been exposed to international events. Those cities and those towns have been energized, and they've really also seen an urban transformation that has been quite significant and unique. So to summarize, let me say that we are delighted that the G20 Interfaith Forum Associations and our other partners are hosting this very useful forum on partnerships and action. We do believe that it's important to utilize every possible input into the decision making that goes into the G20's larger processes. The G20 is a very sector-oriented organization, and you have inputs that flow in from many different parts and components of this very huge exercise. And these are both governmental in nature and non-governmental, and your suggestions and the outcomes of your deliberations are important. The The Baha'i faith does teach the essential worth of all religions, the unity of all people. And I think when we talk about universalization, we are looking from the point of our presidency towards a more cooperative approach to anything that is international in nature. Our own foreign policy has been very much oriented towards working for the global common good. That was evident during COVID when we made sure that medicines produced in India reached 192 countries across the world. Our vaccines also reached a large number of people across the world, working for the global common good, and what our Prime Minister referred to as a sort of humanitarian globalization. And I think this is something that we will certainly look at during our presidency. The concept and theme of Vasudev Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future, is one that essentially amplifies that very message of what we are trying to achieve, which is working with the international community as one family towards a future that is common for all and a future that we look forward to, which is for the better and, as being said, towards peace on earth. Thank you very much for bearing with me.